Continuing our talk with Mr. Teare and Mr. Bell, although so far we haven't got to you, Mr. Teare, but feel free. There's been a lot of other things being talked about on this whole issue. For instance, that the national insurance wasn't up to date, and therefore you shouldn't be lending the money and things like that. I mean, there's a question being tabled, I think, for the House of Keys about this on Tuesday. Do you want to help me out on this one, Mr. Teare?
Yeah, there is a question down, and I'll deal with it on Tuesday. The difficulty is that under legislation we are not allowed to disclose any information about a taxpayer.
Right. So the fact is, I mean, obviously you're going to ask more about this on Tuesday. If they weren't paying their national insurance, you're not meant to lend them money, right? Are we on the right course of questioning here or not?
Or not? Not necessarily.
So you're not going to help me out here and wait until Tuesday?
No, sorry. I didn't mean to be obstructive. But basically, if a company is tendering for new business, then that's generally the case. But there are occasions when government will have a look at things in the round and determine what's appropriate going forward.
What about the money that was the DED have given to the Sefton Group some months ago, which no one seemed to know about until it came in the public? Is that the right way of handling these sort of things? Money just gets, without anybody knowing about it. Well, I'd say anybody outside Coman, and you have lent them some money in the past, the Sefton Group?
Well, basically, if I could just take a little step back there, yes, we have lent them some money in the past. That was through the Department of Economic Development's Economic Initiatives Fund. That's entirely normal, entirely appropriate, nothing different there. We're dealing with a public limited company. They have stock exchange listing requirements, but in any event, when we report to Tynwald on an annual basis, that would have been disclosed.
Right.
I think you mustn't lose sight of the fact that this type of transaction is relatively small in the global sense of what the Department of Economic Development does. We have an economic development fund and have done for a great many years. It's nothing new. I think we have something like 15 or 16 million in it at the moment, which is designed to help new startup business, to help local business to expand, to, in some cases, help companies through difficult times for restructuring or whatever it might be. In those cases, none of those deals are brought before Tynwald. There is an annual report which is presented to Tynwald, which gives members the opportunity to know what those figures are. But on a day-to-day basis, they're not debated. Now, if the affairs of every company who applied for startup assistance, example, if a new company was wanting to come to the Isle of Man, you have to ask yourself, how many companies, if they had to have all their affairs debated in Tynwald before any grant was issued, how many would want to come to the Isle of Man? And that is why it's structured in this way. It's for no other reason than to facilitate new business startups.
You can see how this is playing out, though, to the public. It's starting to smell a bit odd. Do you not agree?
Why?
Because money, you've already given money to them previously. Now they come back for more. We're under the assumption that they are about to fold, but in a media statement, the Sefton Group said they weren't going to fold.
The Sefton Group were very clear to both of us. The language they used was, if this restructuring failed and it was a struggle to get this put together, they were in last chance saloon. And that was their exact words they used to us.
So were you surprised in the paper?
I was very surprised to see the statement in the paper.
So, I mean, this is causing a lot of muddying of the waters.
No, Paul, could I just go back to what's in the public domain? And it's always difficult dealing with a PLC. But if we have a look at the 2011 accounts, it quite clearly states there that the group was encountering cash flow difficulties. So that was fully in the public domain. Now, going back to the loan, if I misunderstood you, I apologise, but you led me to believe that government assistance was on top of the £450,000, which was lent in April last year. That's not the case. So that's all been taken into account in this final figure, whatever was outstanding at the time that the deal closed. So I think really what we have done is we've protected the economy as a whole, we've maintained confidence, and additionally what we have done is we've protected department budgets. One thing is for sure, if we hadn't have taken this step, then there would have been a pretty unquantifiable impact on department budgets. So we protected budgets and we protected the public at large. And if we hadn't have taken the step, then there would have been consequences.
Okay, we got a few more questions to ask in our next section.